Good evening, everyone. My name is Gulshan Memoria. I'm the founder and
Is it
CEO of
okay better
Inspired
now?
Valley.
Am I audible?
We've started this initiative called the Inspired Valley School Initiative, where we conduct the webinar on some of the prominent topics. For our today's topic, the importance of building a culture of trust and collaboration within the school community, which itself is a bigger topic. To discuss this topic, we have some esteemed panelists with us. The very first speaker we have is Miss Sapna Kumar. She is the principal at the Cambridge Earth School, Hoshiarpur. We also have Mr. Abraham Enoch. He is the principal at Good Samaritan Public School, Tamil Nadu. We also have Miss Neeti Tripathi. She is working as vice principal at CIDER International School, Chittagong, Bangladesh. We also have Mr. Ashok Velpula. He is the principal at Tejaswi High School, Warangal. I welcome everyone on this platform. So let me ask the very first question and let us start the topic. I'll ask the question with Miss Neeti. Miss Neeti, as you know, you can say a culture of trust and collaboration can have a significant impact on the students' achievement and the teachers' retention and the overall school climate, right? So, how have you worked to foster this kind of culture in your school? And what strategies have been the most effective when you've implemented any of these strategies? Over to you.
Okay, all right. So, as you rightly said, the culture of trust and collaboration is really essential for any organization. And being in the school, we mostly deal with human emotions and feelings. So, we have to have the culture where we can share and we can trust each other. So, I don't know how much you can relate with the things, but what I do in our school, that's normally done in all kind of organization in our school. First of all, we try to build a very positive relationship.
Mm-hmm.
um, we know each and every staff member and student personally.
Hmm.
We have mentors for the students who take care of their mental well-being. We have maintained the personal file of the student where we and we have anecdotal records about everything, their physical health, their mental health, their behavior, their academic progress. So there's a very personal touch. So if any student is any kind of trouble, we have the data with us.
Hmm.
This is first thing. Then the second thing is very very prominent in our school is we encourage communication a lot. Everybody
Hmm.
has a voice, even the students have their voice. We do not stop anyone from sharing their views and their thoughts, and we always ask for the opinion, we always ask for the feedback, so everybody feels like I'm valued, I can talk here, people
Hmm.
are here to listen to me. So this is also we do. Then we create a lot of opportunity for collaboration where people can work together. So
Hmm.
if there is any event or there is any kind of activity going on, we believe in working as a team, not working in an isolated island. So naturally when people work together, they start trusting each other,
Exactly.
because it's all about the teamwork, bringing success together. So we create a lot of opportunity where people can work together. Then we share the leadership. Every person is responsible for something. It's not that one person does something and that person only takes care of everything.
Exactly. Which normally
Everyone
happen like
has
the principal or the vice principal or the leadership takes all the responsibility when it comes to all the
exactly. that's
leadership
not
things.
that's
Hmm.
not the culture here. Everybody has their set job role, they have their criteria, they work accordingly. So the leadership is shared, and
Hmm.
people are free to talk, give ideas, and talk about things. Sometimes they're free to disagree also. If they
Exactly.
don't agree with the things, they are
Which
free to
which is quite normal. I mean, you don't expect
exactly.
every time to be agreeing that everybody should agree with you, right?
Exactly,
Hmm.
exactly. And that's not taken as a negative point. Oh, you are not,
Hmm.
you don't agree to what I say.
Wonderful.
And another thing which we do, and I feel very good about, is that we celebrate even the small success of even of a staff member, of students. Even if it's a small success, we celebrate it together. And if it's, suppose it's a birthday also, someone's
Hmm.
birthday, we celebrate it together. So the success are always celebrated, so you feel belongingness.
Exactly.
You feel that you can you belong to this place, because once you start feeling that this place is yours, then automatically the culture of trust and
The
collaboration
collaboration will take
will
place.
set
Wonderful,
in.
Miss Neeti. Thank you for sharing this marvelous endpoint.
Yeah.
Mr. Abraham, I would like to have some views on this question from your side. I'm sure that you have worked in the field of education for quite a long time, almost like 20 years that you have given. So I'm sure that you've experienced the culture in different organizations. So how you have managed to build trust and collaboration?
Yeah. Good evening to all. At least the term collaboration may be suitable for us today, at least, because wherever the school located, now already you know the things. Even education also nowadays like a business. Even you are thinking about the ground level. Most of the school they never have any kind of tie-up with the, especially like students or teachers. They have some problem in terms of maybe they are thinking if we have some collaboration with nearby school means few admission we lose or few teachers we lose. But in terms of like a paper, we'll say we have very good rapport with all the schools and all the teachers like that. But here come to the topic collaboration. I have to make into two view. One is within the school campus and within the particular area, or we can go for throughout the world. Because collaboration doesn't mean for two person. You go for multi-level. We can go for within the teaching or teachers or within school, maybe within students, or maybe between teachers and students, or as a community you can go for overall. But in reality, most of the schools have their own individual identity they want. They want to keep their own benchmark. Even when you go for extend our hand to nearby school, they never accept. Maybe principal will accept, but management never go ahead with the partnership or something like that. Never accept because they want to maintain their individuality. Now, but as a principal, we have to go for the like a collaboration, nothing but cooperative teaching or learning, or we can go forward. So what I'll maintain means I'll make the things possible within the classroom. I'll make small group, give certain assignment through teachers training. At least weekly once they have like a spirit of teamwork, and they will do whatever things they learned last week or last month. We'll give one topic to them. So once we are giving the model within the classroom, few students eager to participate. Then we'll divide the group. Say, for example, 40 students are there. We'll go for 10 groups, even one group around 4 or 5 students. Individual topic will be given. So they will extend their own, they will explore themselves, they will ask more questions. Because education itself, we have to train the students' mind by means of asking more questions. Because we believe question starts learning, answering stops learning.
So you
when the
build a
child knows
culture of communication wherein the teachers, everyone, you don't restrict any student when it comes to asking the questions,
So we
right?
are giving full freedom to students
That freedom
to
part is
explore
there,
themselves
right?
like a group. And second, sometimes we will have the meeting with the staffs, like a subject teachers meeting. So when they sit together, even though they have a difference of opinion, but when go for the common learning outcome, they will give their own like their ideas. Maybe we are not getting the things from the any other resource book or curriculum, but their idea may be suitable for the students to learn more. So this way, we'll have the first one, the students have the confidence to speak in front of others,
Exactly.
and they have the spirit of asking question in classroom. They don't have the fear to learn. And third thing, whenever you ask to do the work, they will do the work with more interest instead of mugging or memorize the concept. So their ideas will be in different way. They'll ask more questions. At the same time, teachers, maybe they'll think when the child asks more questions, some teachers will fed up. So we need to train the teachers. Whenever the students are asking the question, you try to give the answer. In case it's not possible,
Then
you
you
ask them to explore more. So
wonderful.
this is the way we can improve the students' learning by means of giving more freedom to students once the particular concept or particular chapters taught by the teachers. So this
Wonderful.
way we can maintain.
Thank you so much. Miss Sapna, are you here?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I would like to have your views on a point called the teacher's retention, because when everyone is saying that okay, it has to be proper communication, the relationship should be built, right? Because it takes a lot of time to build that collaborative approach and build the trust. But when the teachers leaves the organization in a very short span of time, it creates a problem within the entire school community, right? So how you manages the teacher retention problem, because if teachers is supposed to change from time to time, like if they're going to change leave the school within 1 year or in 18 months, it will create a drastic impact on the students mental health. Moreover, the trust breaks when the teachers leave their school. I believe most of the principals can relate to this problem, right? So
Yeah.
over to you. Just share some little points on how you manage this
Uh,
problem.
Actually, what happens when comes the question of retention of the teachers, I speak to my teachers. The beginning of the session, actually, when our new teacher joins, we have contract period for 2 years. And
Hmm.
within 2 years, actually, we'll just try building the trust of that teacher in our organization. And thus, we just ensure that the teacher will remain in the school. In case of, some exigencies or suppose some better opportunities, if the teachers are changing, still we are trying to counsel them.
Hmm.
And obviously, that the talk is their personal talk is there. So where they are convinced that kindly be here, because all the teachers and especially the children, they have a great trust on them. If
Exactly.
they're leaving, definitely it may impact the learning process of the students, and obviously it may be difficult for the new teachers to get adjusted with the things. So what happens? If any cases, if the teachers are leaving, then we just ensure that the teacher should leave, especially completing the session,
Hmm.
and
So that the
ensure
like they
there
should
that
have they
yeah,
should
yeah,
invest a
yeah, of course,
minimum time in the school, I
yeah,
believe.
of course, that's right. That's the condition actually they need to fulfill.
Wonderful one. Miss Sarita, are you here?
Yeah,
Let me
I'm there. I'm
introduce.
there.
Yeah, let me introduce Miss Sarita. She is her name is Sarita Gomes. She is the head principal at Marwari Vidyalaya High School, Mumbai. Welcome you, ma'am.
Yeah, hi. Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Sarita ma'am, can you please share your views on this teachers retention topic, because I'm sure this is a very bigger topic and it requires much more discussion. Yeah.
So yes, definitely yes. Because now, for the question what you have asked is the problem what I am facing in my school this year,
Hmm.
now at present. So yes, the teachers in the school who remains long really benefits the school.
Hmm.
But the teachers coming to the school and leaving in a year
Hmm.
becomes a big issue for a principal, because convincing parents for the new admissions and
Hmm.
the children in our school, the this affects our students
Hmm.
and the parents, because once the teacher gets comfortable with the children in the classroom to teach, and the children know their teachers very well, the
Hmm.
strategies how they teach in the class, this really makes a very good impact.
Hmm.
And when they come to understand the teachers leaving the job,
Hmm.
so it really gives us a very wrong transaction. So I probably feel to have a good rapport with the teachers,
Hmm.
probably these days I will practically talk about today's, what is now the time going on after the COVID. The teachers are looking for a very high, expectations, good growth. So you can talk about the increments, which is not in 2 years happened. So why not now 20%? So every school don't have the same kind of standard people. You can say
Standard SOPs,
the
I guess.
standardized. Yeah, you can tell about that. So everyone has their own constitutions made.
Hmm.
So I think there no humanity these days, and
Let's not get into it. There's no humanity,
um,
but everybody has their own
um,
challenges, I would rather say, right?
challenges in the life which
Hmm.
we
Hmm.
have
Hmm.
to, but we can definitely convince them and look into their increment and make them
True.
wait. If they go, then it's a loss.
It's wonderful. Miss Niti, I would like to come to you on this point. You also, I mean, you belong to like you're teaching in a different country, so you also face this kind of challenges, or I mean, are we only facing challenges in India? You have to unmute yourself first. Yeah, please.
So what I have understood in all these years, I don't know about India, but in Bangladesh, especially nowadays, when we get the teachers for interviews, the candidates, they are from MBA background, they are
Hmm.
from all sorts of background except the teaching background. and none of them would be doing their BEd and applying for teaching. They come from corporate jobs, they come from after doing MBA. And when I would ask them, like, after completing your MBA in HR and this, why teaching? Teaching, I always wanted to be a teacher. Always wanted to
That's
be
a
a
blunt
teacher.
lie.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, exactly. So first of all, I think those people, they come here just for the time pass. Still, you're not getting any another job. You're just getting into a school, earning some money, and you are like, okay, I'm working and learning something. And then once they get into the thing they want to, they just leave. Okay, so you can understand who's actually very serious about being in the teaching field or who's just come there. Yes, what I would say, some of you rightly said, the old teacher bring a lot of ideas, they bring stability in the school, but the new people bring lots of new perspective also. So it's always good to have the balance of both. We have to have, and obviously, in today's world, everything has become very demanding. So we cannot stop people from moving from one place to another place, especially if you're working in the international school. The maximum period of contract is only 2 years, you know. So after 2 years, people keep moving. If they are getting a better job or they're getting better salary, better profile, they will move. So yes, the best is to have a system where the new people just come and fit in. And because I believe the school should work by the system, not by the people.
Exactly.
So if your
Wonderful.
system is in place, if everything, all policies and everything in place, anybody would just come in and fit in over there. But yes, especially for the small young kids, teachers
It
leaving
becomes really difficult, I believe.
it becomes
Yes.
difficult, and because they get emotionally attached. So
I'll
what's
go. Thank you, Miss Neeti. Yeah, Miss Sapna, you have raised your hand. Please add your point.
Yeah, of course. Today, actually, here also in Punjab, scarcity of teachers, especially skilled teachers, are not there. The people, those who haven't done B.Ed, they are teaching actually. And in case of implementing the policies, post the vision of the school, especially the principals of the school, they are facing a great problem. So, and most of the married and unmarried girls are there, those who are just coming into this profession without thinking about the future perspectives actually. They won't have any vision for their growth also. So that is the other one. And in Punjab, especially, the people are going abroad. So almost the people, those who are from outside, they are working here. And that is so inclusive culture may be there, but still lots of problems are there actually. In case of course, you are hiring the teachers at low cost, definitely
They have their
creates
own
problem for
challenges.
the principal.
Wonderful,
Yeah,
Miss
of
Sapna.
course, that's
Thank you.
right.
Thank you for sharing your point. Yeah, Mr. Ashok, please.
Yes, good evening, all of you. First of all,
Mr. Ashok, you need please
thank you very
switch
much
off
for
your
having.
video. Please switch off your video because otherwise, yeah, I, yeah. Please now.
Yes, am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Hello, sir. Yeah. So the question, whatever asked by you, I would like to add one point here. So when teachers generally leave the school in the middle of the academic year, definitely it is a big task to maintain, especially for the principals. So of course, in our school, many of our teachers have been working here since last 10 years, 12 or 13, 14 years, as I have been working in the same organization since last 15 years.
You have
And
raised a valid point.
yeah, and recently I faced one problem. One of our best teachers left the school because of his personal needs and
So sense of
necessities.
responsibility
Then,
should be there, I believe, right? I mean, whether you're working in
yes,
any of the
yes.
company or
Then
the school, the sense of responsibility should come from everybody's side. If you have
that's
joined
what
certain
that's
institution,
what I that's what I wanted to tell, sir. So
wonderful,
I
sir.
tried to convince that person. So as we joined in an organization, and it is the matter of children. So ultimately, we must focus on the benefit of the children. So because children, they'll be habituated to a particular teacher,
Exactly.
a particular pedagogical methods, particular teaching style,
Even
and everything, and they develop a particular rapport with the particular teacher. In such cases, all of a sudden, if a teacher leaves the organization, really handling the children and convincing parents, teachers, it
wonderful,
becomes a
Ashok,
big
sir.
task.
We got this point. Let me share one small incident which has happened when I was in my 12th standard. Because it's very relatable to this. I'm a product of commerce with mathematics. So in our 11th standard, we had a very good maths teacher. We really started liking maths because of him. And in the 11th in the December or January month, he left the school. And then we started facing the challenge. We were not happy with our new teacher, and it took us almost 6 months just to get that understanding what he was teaching and why he was teaching moreover. So it takes a lot of toll, on the students' mental health. As an adult, I was 17 at that point of time. Even we faced a lot of challenges. So what about those? Those were in 3rd and 4th standard. Ms. Sapna, I want to ask you this question. It's very interesting when we've already shared it. So building trust can be challenging, particularly when there are many differences in perspectives, experiences and beliefs within the school community. So how do you address these differences and create a sense of the shared purpose and vision?
That is what I think Neeti Tripathi ma'am has already shared, trust and all that. And in that she has spoken about optimism, collaboration, and especially giving the responsibilities to the teachers as per their expertise. They can exchange the roles also, and in case those differences are there always in perspective because everybody is individual. So whenever comes the question of working at school, I always make them understand that kindly keep your personal differences aside, because here you are working for the teacher. Here as a teacher you are working for the school. You are working for the children. The children should be the priority, and your vision and the mission and the passion which you are indulging in between your personalities, that should benefit the children actually. So when comes the question of individual differences in it is obvious actually, because when you give some responsibility to the teachers, other teachers, they feel jealous. They feel that this responsibility is not given to me. So I create a balance actually. Balance is what that I just understand their point of view, and according to that I assign them jobs and roles in particular fields of their expertise, and that's how the work is taken from them. In any cases, still some mutual differences are there, I talk to them privately and consult them, obviously try making them understand that, kindly understand that you are not working for yourself. And that is what I think it works, and sooner or later they understand the fact, and they wholeheartedly work for the growth of the children. And that is how I think the problem has been tackled so long.
Well, yeah. You have been say wonderful. Yeah, Mr. Ibrahim, you have raised your hand, please.
Yeah, this point, most of the time, whenever you are getting the teachers in terms of like a paper qualified, the school has to suffer a lot to transform the paper qualified teachers to like a trained teachers. Whenever we go for like a ground level, most of the time the difficulty comes from within the teachers. Means most teachers provoking the parents to complain about the new teachers because of maybe they are getting more salary, or maybe they are thinking they are threat to their job or something. So we have to be very technically have to deal with them actually, who is behind the things. And second, good teachers always never complain about anything. They would about only their outcome. They never would about their income. Because nowadays most of the teachers we depend on from women. Even if nearby school they are giving 500 rupees extra, they can buy the lipstick better than last week what they have.
Let's not get into this, Abraham sir. No, we are in minority right now.
Yeah, immediately they will move. They will give 1 month notice, or they will collect the salary without notice also they leave. And they will do all kind of drama. I have a health issue, I have family issue, I have some maybe children are all the drama they used to do. Before they are leaving, 1 week they will do the drama in school itself, because they know the things. So
I believe Ms. Sapna has already mentioned this point when it comes to having a shared purpose and vision. That's why the purpose and the vision is important. When you don't have the purpose and vision, then you tend to move from one place to another place, whether it's a teaching profession or any of the profession. Me, myself, I have worked
what we can do means, we can give the trust to them. We'll take care of you. We'll give more increment to you. We always support you. Don't worry about anything. We are behind you. Like that means most of the teachers, whatever the others will say, they never leave. So like that, we have to make them, because most of the principal also they're thinking like a boss. When they are thinking like a boss, this will be out. So
let
we
me
should
let
be
me
in that level.
let me add one
Flexibility.
point. I'm sure that you all can relate to. I'm sure that all you have done your B.Ed degrees, and you have you can say read about the Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence theory, right? So in Howard Gardner's intelligence theory, one intelligence is called the existential intelligence, right?
Yeah.
So nobody talks about it, right? If you talk about it, people say that you become a philosopher, right? So the isn't it, when you talk about this existence, like why you want to do this, what is the purpose of it, right? Today's holiday, for an example, in entire the country, in Bangladesh also, in India also, it's an guested holiday. Still, we are giving our precious time to this initiative. I'm not charging anything from you, you're not giving anything to me, right? But we are still here. What is, because at least in our heart or deep understanding, we have some sense of purpose. Anything that, okay, some of you might be thinking, okay, that this is a platform where I'll be adding my point, or maybe some of you might be thinking that this is the platform wherein I can learn something from the fellow this educators, isn't it? So this existential intelligence, it takes some time to be developed. Over to you, Miss Neeti, please.
Okay, so first of all, I feel that we cannot stop people from moving. They have to go from one place to another place. You cannot ask someone to give you lifetime guarantee that I'll be here forever. People move because they want to grow. If you won't move from one place to another place, then you'll feel stagnant. You'll feel like you'll feel stuck. So obviously, but what I would say, as I'm in a leadership role, my thing is that, okay, you want to move. When if you're moving for a better salary, if you're getting a good growth, I won't stop you. Either I can match with it, it's fine, but if I cannot, then I have no right to stop you, because you're growing in your career. But move when it's the end of the session, move when you have done your things properly, all your commitments are fulfilled, your course, your syllabus is completed, your students don't feel like you shared. All of a sudden the maths teacher left and you were like, sometimes don't move in the middle of the session, all of a sudden, without proper notice, without proper resignation serving notice period. Don't leave like this. So
Exactly.
this is what I least expect from my team members. I never tell them anyone that please don't leave. I cannot say, because one fine day then I'll be moving, I'll be leaving. But yes, move in a way which is professional, which doesn't affect and harm the system and the school, and especially the students. Because they are the one you need to think the most. You are dealing with the students, they are attached to you mentally, physically, emotionally, so you need to take care of them. So this is how I want the teachers to move, but I will never say I don't want them to move.
Wonderful. Yeah, over to you, Mr. Ashok. Mr. Abraham, we have as we told you, you can use this platform by raising the hand. I mean, in the Google Meet, yes. Mr. Ashok, yes, over to you.
Sir, what I would say is, generally, when a teacher would like to move, or else, first of all, I would like to say one thing. When a teacher would like to join an organization, at first, I would request them to study the organization properly. So before joining, before taking step into the organization, what are the rules and regulations, what are the conditions of that organization, then at the same time, the person who is going to step in a new organization has to check himself or herself. How far I can justify to the children there, or where I am going to join. So, and after once they step in or join, I would say they must stick to the ethics of that particular organization or that particular profession, I can say.
True.
So, if any at all, if there are unavoidable conditions, they can serve a notice to the management, to the principal, and they can explain their real problems actually. Then everybody will understand and they can send them easily. But once what happens is, when a teacher joins and starts the session, in the middle, generally different mentality children are there in the schools, and different cultured children are there, different background children are there. So different children understand a particular well as teacher in different perspectives. So
Hmm.
some people connect that particular teacher emotionally. Some children connect with the teacher subject wise. In different aspects may be there. I hope, I believe.
Hmm.
So that's the reason. So teachers, okay, generally individuals will have their needs, their opinions, their challenges in their lives, but at least one academic year they must
Yeah.
fulfill, they must complete,
They should
then
follow
they can
few
leave.
things
And
which are
here,
already into
yeah,
the system.
yes, yes, yes. Generally, the growth and development of every individual, nobody would like to stop them, and that is not good. I mean, I would say. So, but the thing is, what I recommend every teacher, just before joining any organization, wherever it may be, just you go to the norms, rules,
Yes. Yeah.
culture, atmosphere, work culture,
Hmm.
timing, everything. Then you step in, you join.
Yeah.
Wonderful,
That's
sir.
what
Let
I
me
feel.
True.
That's what I feel.
thank you, Mr. Ashok. Yeah, over to you, Miss Sapna. Please add your point.
Yeah, of course, as per Ashok sir, I think he's absolutely right that work culture is important. Whenever
Hmm.
you're going to actually change your job, you need to find out some specific details of the school. Actually, you can check the pages, social pages, of the school, and according to that, you can join. But obviously, at new setup, you just go through new challenges. Even
Hmm.
if you've inquired everything, if you have just done your groundwork and you have gone through a reality check of the school, but still, if you're just changing, then you should have that passion that you should sail through whatever conditions are imposed by that school. That is what may work for the people actually. Yeah,
Thank you,
of
Miss
course.
Sapna. Uh, okay, I just wanted to add, you can say, I want to ask one open question. This is for everyone. Just, I mean, if you can give the answer, please do. How can we develop the sense of purpose in any individual? Think about it. I mean, this is something which I always can say I had in my mind because it requires a lot of efforts from the leadership side, because it cannot develop. I mean, either it has to come from the person side, but a lot of people they don't have it, right? But as a leader, you need to develop the sense of purpose or sense of vision in almost every individual who is working under you, right, or working with you.
Yeah.
So how it can be developed? Any tangible ideas anybody would like
Yeah.
to share? One by
See,
one.
okay.
I'll give the opportunity, Mr. Abraham. You want to add your point,
Yeah.
please?
Usually, what I'll do means before the school reopens, I used to have some motivational video, especially three letters from Teddy to Mrs. Thompson.
Hmm.
Okay. If any one teachers listen to the particular story or read the story, their lifestyle will be changed. Her
Hmm.
teaching also will change. Second, maximum I'll appreciate the teachers whenever the time permits, because
Hmm.
most of the time teachers are not appreciated by the principal or management. They are neglected.
Hmm.
They are thinking like a servant, or maybe they are paid servant or something like that. Once we are giving more appreciation to the teachers, even myself, what I'll do means, whenever you are giving the prizes during assembly time, I'll call the class teacher or concerned subject teacher. I never used to give it to them. So after giving the prizes and everything from teacher's hand, then I'll appreciate the student, both
Hmm.
student as well as teachers. So these kind of motivation actually all the teachers need.
Hmm.
Second, we have to think about the teacher's life also. We cannot like a robot think about their mindset, everything. So
Hmm.
now and then, when they are fed up with the things, maybe parents are shouted, or maybe the parents are getting angry during PTM, maybe child not doing well. But we have to little bit, you have to motivate them. Teachers, why not? Go ahead,
Hmm.
we can do. So like that we are doing means teacher definitely they do wonders. There's nothing to worry about that. They
Wonderful,
know the
Mr.
purpose of
Abraham, for sharing
their
these
life.
two marvelous ideas. Over to you, Miss Neeti. You've raised your yeah.
See, I feel to develop the sense of purpose and sense of vision among my team members, first of all, I have to have a sense of purpose and sense of vision.
Hmm.
They need
Exactly.
to see me having it. Okay. I
Exactly.
cannot just talk about having things which I don't have in myself. I have to be a role model first. So when I show my sense of purpose, my vision, and then they can relate with it. then they can understand how it's helping me to grow in my career.
Hmm.
We always want to see role models around us. We always want to see someone doing something and getting the benefit, and then we want to follow them. That's our human tendency. So
Hmm.
when if I can place this in front of my teachers, that my vision, my sense of purpose is helping me growing in my career, giving me a good giving me what I want to get, so maybe this will help them. So I feel,
Exactly.
first of all, I have to have
You
that.
should become a role model in front of everyone,
Yeah.
right? When if you are praising something and if you are asking something to do, someone to do this, right? So you
Yeah,
have to
true.
become the role model. If
Exactly.
you are over fat, right, so you cannot ask anyone to do diet or become slim. So you have to become slim in order to suggest someone to, I mean, become on that diet,
Exactly.
right?
No one will go to a dietitian who's like,
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, Miss Sarita, you wanted to add your point? Please do that. In the meantime, we'll also hear the cool breeze of Mumbai. Mumbai's street, huh? She's traveling. I mean, the place to place. First, she was in park, then under the bridge. Now in the auto. I'm not sure where she lead us.
No, no. So,
Please, over to
so
you.
yeah. So as Neeti ma'am said that we have to be a role model. So I agree with sir also, because until and unless, I'll just tell you this, that I being a teacher was hardly appreciated, but what was not done with me, I try to do those things with my teachers, because when you every time appreciate your teachers passionately do more for you what you don't ask.
Yeah,
So this
Hmm.
is
true.
what I wanted to add. So I do believe in this. They have
What?
covered my points still.
Wonderful. Thank you. Next time we want to see you some at the seashore. Over to you, Miss Sapna.
Yeah, of course. Actually, exemplary leader. That is what I think the leader should have the vision, and that is what my points have been beautifully covered by Ma'am Niti and Sir Abraham. Appreciation is the basic of everything. Actually, if you want to take work from the teachers, you need to appreciate them. You should have a fair tongue with them, isn't it? Because flexibility may work the purpose to be solved,
Hmm.
and that may create a sense of responsibility as well as some sense of connection. If you're not getting connected to the teachers or to the people working under you, definitely it may be actually a base which can be parted. So for that, you need to get connected, and that is how whatever you wanted to take from your team, you need to exemplify that. So you should lead the way, and that is how means I think all the problem will be sorted out, and we'll find that most of the purposes or whatever is the basic purpose or primary purpose that can be achieved. Thank you.
Hmm. Wonderful. I was in Maharashtra, particularly in Amaravati district, if you know it. So there I met with a very he's a visionary leader. He said that he was sharing with me an incident. I mean, which he, I mean, kind of a policy in the school that if any student or any teacher wants to discuss any idea with me, there is no, can say, no policy in the school. It's an open door policy. Anyone can come to the principal at any time. So
Yeah,
because
true.
normally in most of the schools, when the principals goes in the lobby, then everybody think that okay, someone has come, let's shut it down, everything, right? So if you have an open door policy, I mean that doesn't mean that anyone can come barging directly into the room, but that means wherein if you have any idea or if you want to discuss any challenge or any per se discussion, any of the opportunity, you can directly discuss with
True.
the leader. So it
Yeah.
creates a very cool environment in the school.
If I can share,
Please,
sorry,
Miss Niti.
it's not my turn still. Recently, someone asked me, how do you think the leader should be?
Hmm.
So, what my answer was, the leader should be like potato. You know why? You can cook potato with any vegetable.
Yeah.
Unvegetable,
you
yeah.
know but any vegetable can be cooked with potato. So that's how the leader should be. Anyone should be able to go talk, discuss, share, trust the leader. It doesn't matter,
Hmm.
it's a new teacher, old teacher, admin staff, or anyone. So I feel that we should be like potatoes. We should be able to mix with
with this
anything.
with this potato, that I mean, yesterday we were also, I mean, having our 19th webinar, and we were discussing the negative and the positive impacts of social media. So one of the teacher was saying that, like, with the advent of social media, we have become like a couch potato. So this potato.
See potato.
Abraham sir, I want to ask you this question. It's a very interesting one.
Yeah, maybe the potato will absorb the extra salt or extra whatever things there. Even chili also will absorb.
Exactly.
You
So
want to become a normal potato or couch potato, doesn't matter, but you have to be a slim potato. That is what
Extraordinary potato.
okay, let me ask you this question. So collaboration is essential for promoting the students learning and success, right? There is no
yeah,
doubt
true,
about it. So how
true.
do you encourage the collaboration among teachers, staff, and the stakeholders within the school community, and what are the benefits which you have seen? So just tell me one by one how you can collaborate.
So when teachers are like a team,
Hmm.
then definitely we can get the outcome of the whatever things we want.
Hmm.
Okay, first thing, the students will be so interested to learn from the teachers.
Hmm.
So when teachers are good, when teachers they don't have any kind of difference of opinion among themselves,
Hmm.
then student mindset also will be good. Otherwise, we are giving the room for the students because students are the best observer. They'll observe everything.
Hmm.
Even the teacher's face, even the body language, they know what kind of teacher and uh, from where they are and what kind of friendship they have with along with others and everything they know. So, for example, when you appreciate one teacher, some teachers' faces also they see.
Hmm.
And sometimes most of the school few teachers used to fought in front of students also.
Hmm.
So these kind of things should be avoided. So we have to go for the collaboration among the teachers. Then definitely the students will learn more. First thing. Second, students also. A few students, whenever certain schools, they used to divide the classroom based on the knowledge of the child.
Hmm.
Maybe few teachers giving more importance to the student. Maybe the parents are influencing different way or forcing the teachers to do something. So these kind of things comes mean students also feel maybe I'm not good. Maybe my classmate is good. So one or two times they listen, third time they'll fed up. They never go for learning.
Exactly.
So this is a teacher's duty. We have to appreciate even they are getting the mark because most of the teachers they don't know the meaning of achievement and attainment. Few teachers, maybe the pressure from the management or school, they used to focus on only the result. So, for example, child not getting the 90 marks, they used to scold very badly. Even the first mark itself 91, child used to get 90. So we have to appreciate. There's nothing wrong with that one. You are getting only less mark, only one mark. It's a matter of mark, only one mark. So like that, when you are appreciating, the students will learn more.
Hmm.
That's the thing. And most of the time, we have to give more freedom to students
Hmm.
because we used to learn the things in B.Ed or M.Ed course. Teachers' talk time should be less than students' talk time. But what we feel, teachers used to talk more. It's like a one-way communication. We never give the chance to students to
Speak
even
up.
interact with the teachers.
Yes. It
So that
happens.
should be avoided. That should be avoided. And most of the time, the classroom setup also we have to change like a groups and let them say their own whatever thing they learned last week, or they want to ask more question. Maybe they are not getting the things clear. Like that, you are giving chance means definitely students will enjoy the school life more than what they want actually. They never go for even extra class also. It's absolutely in teacher's hand.
Wonderful. Miss Nidhi, I want to ask you this question: how we can collaborate, I mean, between the other stakeholders? Because not just the teachers and the students, the parents and the society
Yes.
also. So how do you encourage what the other strategies that you implement in your school especially?
Yes, I was just about to say that for me, the collaboration in the school, especially, is a four-way process where the teachers, students, parents, and the leadership all are involved into it. Everybody has to collaborate with everyone here. So, to involve, we spoke about, Sir very nicely spoke about the collaboration between the student and the teacher, and the student and the student. So, in today's time we have to involve the parents as much as we can. So what we do in our school, parents are an integral part of everything what we do. They are always invited to see all our events. They are always, we conduct workshop for the parents, we conduct orientation session, we conduct various events where parents can come and take part. We have coffee mornings in our school. These are different than the regular PTMs where parents come, share ideas, they give feedback about the things. Parents come as a guest lecture also in our school. They visit as guest teachers sometime. You know, we sometimes even have parents observing classes of the teachers, not to find faults, but to give some suggestions on a mutual consent basis. It's not that there's something imposed like that. So we try to we try to include parents as much as we can, so that there is, again, it talks about it makes it, again, brings the same point, building trust. So when parents are involved into the school, they start trusting the school. They'll understand, yes, we have a saying here, and whatever school is doing, we are aware of it. So this way we try to involve parents. And for the students, sir also said, we have student leadership, student council, where the students have their voice, they can talk about it. And every school has all these things. We have a mission in we have a school led mission that's called Abide in our school. Abide is ABIDE. A is for agree, B is for balance, I for integrity, D for diversity, and E for empathy. So we usually try to inculcate abide in everything we do. Then we try to follow some Cambridge profile, which is prescribed, as our school is a Cambridge school, which try to inculcate certain attributes among the parents and the teachers and the student. So this way we try to involve. And now if I talk about the leadership is very open minded in our school. We are ready to listen to everyone. We are ready to listen to, we aren't just sitting in our offices and taking decisions. We talk, collaborate, share, give feedback, we reflect, and then come to a conclusion.
That's
So
wonderful.
that's how we try to.
That's wonderful. Sharing these wonderful suggestions, Abide. I also like it. One of the principal, I was talking to her. She is from a very reputed school from Mumbai, from a high, you can say, standard school. So what they have implemented, they have made a separate Google Meet link for all the, you can say, all the parents, and they have marked 15 minutes, 2 slots, and they have mentioned principal coffee with principal. So every day, if you want to have a chit chat or want to discuss anything with the principal, so have this specifically Google link which can be shared with all the principals, and you can directly have a coffee, book a meeting directly with the principal, and you can exchange your ideas, discuss anything if you want to. So that might be good suggestions. Over to you, Miss Sarita. You wanted to add your point, please. So this is the one stationary place, I believe, right? You have to unmute yourself, ma'am. You have to unmute yourself. Miss
I was
Sarita.
actually at the doctor's place. Now I came below my building, so I'll move up now after this session.
Miss Sarita has joined. This is the third time that she has joined us. So that's why I had some liberty to do some, you can say, add some humor with her. Otherwise, I don't do that.
That's okay. So, as Ma'am Neeti Ma'am again said, teachers and students collaboration really gives us a support for outcome for engaging students in the learning process. Yes, when you say collaboration, so that adds to learning hands with parents, teachers, and student. It is the own creativity which gives chance, as Sir was saying, that give more chance to the kids to talk rather than teachers putting the point. So yes, I believe that the classroom should be an intellectual classroom where the kids, rather than I starting and telling, let's now start with this chapter, which is the Harappan civilization. Okay? No, it should not be like that. So let us start with the kids and then get the feedback and then start. So this is how I feel the collaboration comes here. So this word can be used here, where the teachers give importance to the children and tell them, boss, this is your classroom, do whatever you want. I am here for you, what you want. So this will really enhance the learning technology.
Wonderful. This reminds me of perfect example. I'm sure that every leader must have seen that video which is available on YouTube, the class of rowdies.
Yeah.
Yes, the Blue Bells School, which is in Delhi. Miss Neeti, you have not seen? Please do check it out. Please do check it out. I mean, normally from 15 to 16, I mean, from almost like 4 years, with every teacher's training program which I've conducted in any of these school in India, I've shown that movie. Very small, you can say 8 minutes of. Just a second, let me plug my laptop. The battery. Just a second. So it's a very interesting YouTube video where the teachers has given a chance to almost every student, because the class of rowdies वो बहुत मस्ती करते थे स्टूडेंट्स अपनी क्लास के अंदर, तो हर एक उस क्लास का नाम ही रख दिया था क्लास ऑफ राउडीज. सो बिकॉज ऑफ दैट टीचर इंटरवेंशन वो क्लास में जो डेवलपमेंट्स होते हैं, इट्स अ वंडरफुल थिंग. यू शुड. या ओवर टू यू मिस्टर अशोक, प्लीज.
Sir, actually, my opinion is in terms of collaboration.
Yes, sir.
I would say first regarding collaboration among the teachers. See, as Abraham sir and Neeti ma'am told, children are best observers. If teachers possess or they have good collaboration, and here the one point what I would say is teachers can learn from each other. That is the first benefit to the teachers.
Exactly.
Due to a good and a healthy collaboration. At the same time, so when children observe the collaboration of teachers, and if teachers implement the same collaboration in their classrooms, definitely children will get great opportunities to explore and expose themselves, and they can come over to each and every teacher to share with their challenges, their needs and their requirements. And sometimes so children, I feel there may be some invisible what do you say that problems of the children. So a teacher may not observe, and physically we cannot see them. So in invisible challenges especially, so in such cases when we collaborate in a proper manner, children may come up to share their challenges, problems. So that's why. So there should be a proper and good collaboration among teachers, as well as we have to make good collaboration among the children in the classroom, so that we can give or we can create a room to each and every child to explore himself by learning from peers as well as from the teacher. That's
within the school community, the collaboration will take place. Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you everyone for sharing these marvelous and wonderful points. I'm sure that all the listeners that who will listen this webinar, we're going to have a lot of points. So let us come to the last section of our webinar, where we call it as a rapid fire round. So in rapid fire round, we take some suggestions from every speaker. So in our today's topic, the importance of building a culture of trust and collaboration in the school community. So you need to give me two different suggestions when it comes to creating a culture of trust and collaboration. Anything then you can say, which you have not discussed till now, or which you have already discussed, but you want to focus on those 2 points, right? Any 2 suggestions, anything that you want everyone to implement in their school setup, so that they can implement or increase the culture of trust and collaboration within the school community. Have you understood the question, everyone? I want 2 suggestions from your side, one by one. So I'll go back. First, I'll give the opportunity to Mr. Ashok, then Miss Neeti, Mr. Ibrahim, Miss Sapna, and Miss Sarita. So you don't need to go in length. Just give me the 2 suggestions. That's it. Fine. I'm giving you 10 seconds to think of it. Again, I want 2 suggestions on building the culture of trust and collaboration. Fine. Over to you, Mr. Ashok. Want 2 suggestions from your side.
So here my suggestion is to develop culture, trust and collaboration. Just we need to trust the children, and then we have to welcome their feelings openly. That is what I wanted to tell you. And second thing is, we have to maintain some record of students, especially complaints as well as their needs, so that accordingly we can work on them. So generally, some children, those who are not coping up with other children emotionally and physically, generally they try to complain on others. So that way, so my point is here, we have to welcome two things. One is complaints. At the same time, other point is suggestions from the
Wonderful.
students. See, generally, they know very well what they need actually.
So we
that's
can
the reason
maintain a
we
record.
give-
Like we also have portfolios, we
yes.
also have anecdotal records. But again,
Yes,
if we can include
Apart-
these things
apart
also,
from all those,
yes.
apart from all those, only for if we want to develop proper culture, trust, and collaboration. So I mean that. So we
Wonderful,
have to
sir.
maintain
Let me,
equality.
thank you, Mr. Ashok, for sharing these points. Over to you, Ms.
Thank you,
Neeti.
sir.
Okay, so for me, having the culture of trust and collaboration, it's not only for the student, for this entire school community. The two things which I would suggest, one is celebrate the success, even if it's very small. Celebrate it together, so that it gives you a wonderful feeling. And the second thing which I would say, that share the blame and failures together. If you are because failure is a part of your journey. You will have time when things are not going as per your plan, so that time stick as a team, because that failure is a failure of a team, not an individual. So learn from that, try to find new solution, and share that feeling together. Do not have just one person making responsible.
It's really wonderful. So I have to break the stigma. एक बॉलीवुड में एक सॉन्ग है ना कि सुख के सब साथी दुख में
दुख
ना.
में ना कोई.
So we have to break that thing, I believe, right?
Exactly.
Yes. Over to you, Mr. Ibrahim.
Okay, so that's good. My point of view, at least weekly once, at least monthly twice, the teachers should talk to the child, listen to the views. If you have the personal touch, even though we are recording so many things, like students' humility record or whatever the record you are maintaining right from the wake up from the bed up to go to the bed, we know all the things. But at ground level, we have to talk to the child at least once. We have to listen to their ideas and their views. So once we are doing, the child knows about the self-understanding, self-directing, and self-accepting. So once we have, then the student lifelong, they never forget your guidance and your trust.
It happens.
They will tell everything.
It
And
really
second,
happens.
we never disclose whatever they are given to you, because most of the teachers have failed. If something they hear from students in staff room, more than like a meeting, they will expose to everyone. Today this happened in my classroom. That girl bring a letter to that boy. This, that, like that. They can, especially lady staff. They inform to
So please,
everyone.
please
Well,
don't.
I disagree. Men are so good in gossip too.
If we will
No,
going
anyway.
to,
So
We can
that's
go
the
for
point.
open debate on it.
it's our platform. We have to
not men and
maintain. We
women,
have to
it's
maintain the
common.
culture of say trust and collaboration. Please not get into this, right, Mr. Ibrahim? Please
That's right.
add.
That's right. Yeah.
So that one comes means the students will go for. They believe the teachers. They will share everything. They will learn more.
Wonderful,
So two
sir.
things, we have to give the personal touch.
Got your point. Over to you, Ms. Sapna. Please add your 2 points.
Yeah, first point is actually to build the responsibility, build the culture of responsibility. Where I think Neeti ma'am has already shared, and I will totally agreed upon her point that responsibilities and accountabilities actually it should be in the team, it should be among the students, so that whatever happens, whether the failure or success, they should see it at the equal way. Because if you are not able to handle your failure, you can't be able to handle your success.
Wonderful.
The other point is what transparency actually. Whatever policy you are maintaining, you need to be transparent. You need to communicate to your team, to the students. What are your expectations? Your expectations should be very clear as a class teacher, as a subject teacher. And once your expectations are clear, then definitely means the students would try living up to your expectations.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, over to you, Ms. Sarita.
So I would like to say that honor your commitments, admit when you're wrong, and communicate effectively. This would be my takeaway.
Wonderful. So, on the behalf of entire team of Spine Valley, I thank you everyone for can say getting your precious time and sharing these wonderful views, and I'm sure
So
that
much.
all our listeners will be delighted to hearing out all these views, especially the last section of this webinar.
Yeah.
Happy Akshaya Tritiya and happy Eid to everyone.